Hela, 𝌲��𐍄𐍃. Welcome to Lesson 5, 𐌻𐌰𐍹𐍺𐍃. The first thing we're going to learn today is the verb 𝐿ikan, meaning to please. This is the verb we're going to use in order to say liking something, or literally something pleasing us. Conjugations: 𝐿ika, I please; 𝐿ikes, you please; 𝐿ikes, he, she, or it pleases; 𝐿ikos, the two of us please; 𝐿ikats, the two of you please; 𝐿ikam, we please; 𝐿ikes, you please; 𝐿ikant, they please. Now, in order to say liking something, the person doing the liking is going to take the dative case, and the thing that is being liked, or the person that's being liked, is going to take the nominative case. And the reason for this is because 𝐿ikan literally means to please. So if I say I like you, we would literally have to say you please me. This is how this verb works in the Gothic language. For example, Miss 𐌻����𐌹𐺶𐍃𐌾. I like my wife. Now, Miss is in the dative case. Miss is the dative for ik. 𝐻����𐌹𐺶 is in the nominative case. So literally, Miss 𝐿ikas translates to, if we're doing it word by word, to me, my wife pleases, or my wife pleases me. Or literally, I like my wife. Another example, 𝌻🍆🍹🍺 is 𝐿ikan𝐼𝑚𝑎. The subject that's doing the pleasing is 𝌻🍆🍹 is, or his brothers. So 𝌻🍆🍹 is in the nominative case. 𝐼𝑚𝑎 literally means to him. This is in the dative case because this is the object that is being pleased, or this is the subject that's doing the liking. So 𝌻🍆🍹 is 𝐿ikan𝐼𝑚𝑎, his brothers please him, or he likes his brothers. Another example, 𝐼𝑧𝐿ika, she likes me, or to her I please. 𝐼𝑧 is in the dative case. 𝐿ika means I please. So I please her, translating into she likes me. 𝐼𝑧𝐿ika. Another verb we're going to learn in this lesson is 𝑡𝑡𝑣𝑎𝑛, meaning to have. The conjugations: 𝑡𝑡𝑣𝑎, I have; 𝑡𝑡𝑣𝑒𝑠, you have; 𝑡𝑡𝑣𝑒𝑡, he, she, or it has; 𝑡𝑡𝑣𝑜s, the two of us have; 𝑡𝑡𝑣𝑎𝑡s, the two of you have; 𝑡𝑡𝑣𝑎𝑚, we have; 𝑡𝑡𝑣𝑒𝑠, you have; 𝑡𝑡𝑣𝑎𝑛t, they have. Now the verb 𝑡𝑡𝑣𝑎𝑛 takes the same conjugations as the verb 𝐿ikan. So the endings are the same for the conjugations. Some examples for the usage of the verb 𝑡𝑡𝑣𝑎𝑛. The object, the thing that is being had, takes the accusative case. For example, 𝑠vistr 𝑡𝑡𝑣𝑎, I have a sister. In this case, 𝑠vistr is in the accusative case because the sister, is the thing which is being had. Now, although the nominative for 𝑠vistr is 𝑠vistr, meaning in this very case for the noun 𝑠vistr, the nominative singular and the accusative singular happens to be the same. But it doesn't matter because in this case, 𝑠vistr functions as an accusative. Another example, 𝑠i ♭ 𝑎𝑣𝑎𝑛, she has a husband. 𝑎𝑣𝑎𝑛 is in the accusative case. The nominative case would be 𝑎𝑣𝑎. So she has a husband. 𝑠i is in the nominative, 𝑎𝑣𝑎𝑛 is in the accusative. Another example, 𝌻🍆🍹🍺 ♦. 𝌻🍆 is the accusative plural for brother, meaning brother, because 𝌻🍆is the thing which is being had. the nominative thorough would be 𝌵𝌵, as we've learned in the last lesson. Another example, 𝌲�𐄿𝐄𝐵𝐵. The two of you have a son-in-law. 𝐵 would be the nominative, but since 𝐵 is the thing which is being had, hence it has to take the accusative case, hence the accusative case. So the accusative case for 𝐵 is 𝐵. 𝌲�𝐿𝐵𝐵. The next thing we're going to learn is how to say this or these in the Gothic language. Now, this is the table to show the declension of this word. So this word is his. His literally means this. His is the masculine nominative singular. So translating into English, it would mean this. So on the left here, we have the singular. On the right here, we have the plural. So the left will be translated into this. The right will be translated into these. In the Gothic language, they are just declensions of the same word, the word of his. So the nominative masculine, his, nominative feminine, 𝐼𝐼, nominative neuter, 𝐼𝐻, nominative plural masculine, his, nominative plural feminine, 𝐼𝑜s, nominative plural neuter, 𝐼𝑎. Accusative masculine, 𝐼𝑛𝑎, accusative feminine, 𝐼𝑎, accusative neuter, 𝐼𝑡𝑎. Accusative masculine, �ՀINS, accusative feminine, 𝐼𝑜s, accusative neuter, 𝐼𝑎. Genitive masculine, his, genitive feminine, 𝐼𝑧os, genitive neuter, his. Genitive masculine, 𝐼𝑧, genitive feminine, 𝐼𝑜, genitive neuter, 𝐼𝑧. Dative masculine, 𝐼𝑚𝑎, dative feminine, 𝐼𝑧, dative neuter, 𝐼𝑚𝑎. Dative masculine, �ՀIM, dative feminine, �ՀIM, dative neuter, �ՀIM. So, actually this word or these words were not were not attested much in the documents we have. So most of these are actually reconstructions. So most of these forms were not documented originally. And perhaps due to this reason, most of these forms we see here are extremely similar to the declensions of is, meaning he. So is, si, ita, in the plural is, ios, ia. So he, she, it, they. If you compare the tables of the declension of his in this case, and the declension table of is, you'd find you find the pattern basically. In order to say the, that, or those, you'd use the declensions of sa, literally meaning sa literally is the nominative masculine for this table. So sa will be translated into the or that. So again, the singular on the left here will be translated into English as the or that. The plural will be translated into the or those. Now, when translating documents, when the meaning of the definite article, it's used in many other languages. The Gothic, when saying the same sentence, might not use these words here. Sometimes the meaning of the can be omitted. So it depends on the context, on how definite the meaning is. But Anyhow, this word here can be translated into the, that, or those. So the nominative singular, sa nominative feminine, so nominative neuter, sata nominative masculine plural, se nominative feminine plural, sos nominative neuter plural, so. Accusative masculine singular, sana accusative feminine singular, so accusative neuter singular, sata accusative masculine plural, sans accusative feminine plural, sos accusative neuter plural, so. Genitive masculine singular, cis genitive feminine singular, cisos genitive neuter singular, cis genitive masculine plural, cise genitive feminine plural, ciso genitive neuter plural, cise. Dative masculine singular, sama dative feminine singular, cise dative neuter singular, sama. Dative masculine plural, sem dative feminine plural, sem dative neuter plural, sem. So these are the declensions which we have for saying the, that, or those. So in a sentence, when you have a noun and that noun is in a certain case, if we want to add the meaning of this, the, that, or those, we will have to first find the gender of that noun that this definite article is describing, to match the gender and to match the case that the noun is in. So we would use one of these declensions of his, meaning this, or sa, meaning the or that. Here are some examples on how the definite articles can be used. For example, so 𐌻𐌰𐌹𐺺🍰 his 𐌻𐌰����𐍺🍾, the wife of this man. So 𐌻𐌰��� is in the nominative. His 𐌻�������� is in the genitive. So is the feminine nominative singular because 𐌻 is a feminine noun which is in the nominative case. His is in the genitive singular masculine because 𝐻𝑒𝑚𝑖𝑛𝑠 is the noun 𝐻𝑒𝑚𝑎 in the genitive case and it is a masculine noun. Another example, so 𝐻𝑒𝑛𝑜 the woman has this man as her husband. So 𝑘𝑤𝑖𝑛𝑜 is in the nominative case, 𝑘𝑖𝑛𝑎 is in the accusative case, to 𝑎𝑣𝑛 is in the dative case. And here we can learn a new meaning for the word do. We've previously learned the word do can mean cue, as in directional movement, and the noun which comes after the preposition do would take the dative case. In this case, do functions as the word as in functioning as. So as her husband, having this man as her husband, 𝑗𝑎𝑣𝑒𝑡 𝑗𝑖𝑛𝑎 to 𝑗𝑎𝑣𝑒𝑛 and the noun which comes after do in this case is also in the dative case. Another example, 𝐻𝑒𝑚𝑎𝑚𝑎𝑔𝑜 So 𝐻𝑒𝑚𝑎𝑚𝑎𝑔𝑜 in the dative case, because we have likan here. Swistar is in the nominative case. Swistar is the one which is doing the likan action, likan theising. So the sister theses this boy. Thesos moios is in the genitive case because 𝐼𝑒𝑠𝑜s 𝑚𝑜ios belongs to 𝑠𝑤𝑖𝑠𝑡𝑎r. So when something belongs to something, that something which is being belonged uses the genitive case. So this boy likes the sister of that girl. 𝐻𝑰𝑚𝑎𝑔𝑜 𝑙𝑖kas 𝑠𝑤𝑖𝑠𝑡𝑎r 𝑡𝑖𝑠𝑜s 𝑚𝑜ios. So here are just some examples on how declension works, especially declensions for the definite articles. Now, in the previous examples, we have been shown that the nouns decline. So depending on the case that the noun is in, it changes form. And sometimes just looking at a noun, we do not really know, first of all, which gender it is in and which case it is in. And even if we do, when changing it, when declining it into the case that we prefer, we might not know how to do it, because there are many different types of declination in the Gothic language. So here we're going to learn them group by group based on which type of declension they are in. So the first type of declension we are going to learn is the A stem declension in the masculine gender. So, for example, the word hund, meaning dog. The nominative singular is hund. This is the base form. This is the word, the form that you can look in the dictionary. Basically, this is the form which will be shown in dictionaries. So the nominative singular is hund. The plural is hundos. Accusative singular hund. The plural is hundans. Genitive singular hundis. Genitive plural hunde. Dative singular hunda. Plural, dative plural hunda. For example, 𝐻𝑰𝑚𝑒𝐹𝑉𝑃. I like my dogs. Now, since this sentence will literally translate into my dogs sees me, hundos mine would be in the nominative case. So the nominative plural would be hundos. So this is why hundos is used here. Another example, 𝑻𝑒𝑠 hund. The hund takes the accusative because it comes after the verb havan, the object that the verb havan describes takes the accusative. And since here we are describing something that is singular, we take the accusative singular. In this case, the accusative singular of hund, which is hund. Now here are some words which are declined the same as the word uns. So they all have masculine as their grammatical gender. As, oath, acres, a cultivated field, bagums, tree, ducks, day, fisks, fish, fugus, bird. He means sky or heaven. Ligurs, bed. Methims, gift. Morgens, morning. Stands, stone. Sitters, a seat or throne. Skalks, servant. Ciudadans, king. Weeks, way or path. Winds, wind. Wolves, wolf. Now, this is still the A stem declension of masculine nouns, but for these words here, they have something special. So for example, for the word thefts, meaning bread, if for some of these verbs, when a vowel comes after, for some of these nouns, sorry, when the vowel comes after the sound, the sound will be turned into a sound. So for example, nominative singular for thefts is, of course, thefts itself, but the plural, since we have to add the os ending to it, os begins with the vowel o, we will have to turn the sound at the end into a sound. So the nominative plural of thefts will be thevos. The accusative theft, the doesn't need to change because there's no vowel afterwards. The accusative plural is thevans. The genitive singular, thevis. Genitive plural, theve. Dative singular, theva. Dative plural, thevam. Now another noun which is declined the same as thefts is lofts, meaning leaf. Now, since we've learned the definite articles and the a stem declension and some nouns which take the a stem declension, we can try translating these sentences. So have a go at them. These are the answers. First sentence, 𝐿𝐼𝐼𝐵𝐵𝐹𝐺𝐵𝐺. I like those trees. 𝐿𝐼𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵 takes the nominative case and mis takes the dative case. Second sentence, 𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐵𝐵𝐺𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐵𝐹𝐺𝐵𝐵 So 𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐵𝐵 takes the dative case because that's how sentence structure works for when if involving the verb 𝐿ICAN. So these birds will have to be in the dative case. Sam Fugalam. And Sahi means the sky. This is in the nominative case. 𝐲�𝐿𝐄𝐹𝐺𝐉𝐹, literally also bread pleases. They also like bread. So Sam Fugalam 𝐿ICAN means these birds like the sky, or literally kill the birds, pleases the sky. 𝐲𝐿𝐼𝐵𝐹𝐺 also pleases the bread. Third sentence, is havas sana sitel sis Sildanis. He has the seat of the king. So is havas is in the nominative, sana sitel in the accusative, sis Sildanis in the genitive. So sana sitel in the accusative because it comes after havan. So it's the thing which is being had. And sana sitel is of the king. So we're going to take the genitive for the king. So sis Sildanis. Fourth sentence, hava methim sis hundis. I have the dog's gift. Methim in the accusative case, sis hundis in the genitive case. Methims is his stance. Methims here is in the nominative case. His stance is also in the nominative case. Fifth sentence, sana liger hava. I have the bet. Sana liger takes the accusative case. The sixth sentence, se bagmos lovans hava. Se bagmos takes the nominative case, 𝐿𝐿𝐼𝐹 takes the accusative case. Now, the A-stem declension, apart from being applied to masculine nouns, also apply to neuter nouns, although the declension is a bit different. So an example here would be the word barn. The word barn means child. The nominative singular barn, nominative plural barna, accusative singular barn, accusative plural barna, genitive singular barnis, genitive plural barne, dative singular barna, dative plural barnam. So for the A-stem declension of neuter nouns, the nominative and the accusative is the same. Here are some nouns which are declined the same as the noun barn. So meaning they are all neuter nouns. They have neuter as the grammatical gender. Agis, veer, akran, fruit, oyster, a sheepfold, so in an enclosure for keeping sheep. Bloth, blood, deus, animal or beast. Door, door, izan, iron. Grass, grass. Horn, horn. Boost, treasure. Year, year. Yoke, yoke. So a yoked pair of animals. So you have those wooden things which are bound two animals together when they work. That's the kind of yoke. Corn, corn or grain. Loan, reward, pay or wages. Leak, body. Mother, murder. Driquis, darkness. Silver, silver. Skip, ship. Tuggle, hair. Tugger, tear as in teardrops. Now, this here is still the A-stem declension for neuter nouns, but if the ending of the neuter noun ends with the th sound, sometimes for certain nouns, they will have to turn into the th sound will have to turn into the sound when a vowel comes afterward in terms of declension. So the nominative singular, 𝐻𝐿𝐵𝐿, this means head, 𝐻𝐿𝐵𝐿 means head. The plural, since we have to add the ending r to it, the th sound will have to be turned into a the sound. So the plural nominative, 𝐻𝐿𝐵𝐿a. The accusative singular, 𝐻𝐿𝐵𝐿. Accusative plural, 𝐻𝐿𝐵𝐿a. Genitive singular, 𝐻𝐿𝐵𝐿is. Genitive plural, 𝐻𝐿𝐵𝐿e. Dative singular, 𝐻𝐿𝐵𝐿a. Plural, dative plural, 𝐻𝐿𝐵𝐿a. And words which are declined the same as 𝐻𝐿𝐵𝐿, we have 𝐿iuhath, meaning light, and 𝐿iṭoth, meaning law. So here are some sentences we can translate using the words we've just learned and the declension, and also the definite articles. So first sentence, 𝐿ilikand mis 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐄𝐿𝐼 sis Theodanis. I don't like these laws of that king. 𝐿ilikand mis, they don't please me. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐄𝐿𝐼, these laws. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐄𝐿𝐼 is in the nominative case because 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐿𝐼 is the subject of the verb 𝐿ilikand. Mis takes the dative because it is the object in this case, because it literally translates to not please to me these laws. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐄𝐿𝐼, whose laws? the laws. So whose 𐻰𐌰𐍃𐌺𐍃𐌺, or the laws of that king. So that king would take the genitive case. In this case, 𝑇ＨΙΣ 𝑇HΙΟΔΑΝIS. So mis in the dative, 𝐻�𝐰𝐼𝐼𝐼 in the nominative, 𝑇HΙΣ 𝑇HΙΟΔΑNIS in the genitive. The second sentence, 𝑉𝐼 mis 𝐴kraνα his 𐼼𝐼mis. I like the fruits of this tree. 𝐴kraνα would take the nominative. His 𝐼�mis is in the genitive. So 𝐴kraνα his 𝐼�mis, fruits of this tree. ВΙΚΑΝΤ mis 𝐴kraνα his 𝐼�mis. The third sentence, 𝑖ν 𝑉𝑦𝐻 𝑖ν we are in the light and they are in the darkness. So in 𝑉𝑦𝐻, because as we've learned in previous lessons, the noun after the preposition in takes the dative case. So in this case, 𝑉𝑦𝐻 would take the dative case, which is 𝑉𝑦𝐻, just as 𝑉𝑌 would take the dative case, which is 𝑉𝑌𝐻. Now, something to notice is that for nouns which end in which end with the sound s, if a vowel comes afterwards in declension, the s sound, in this case 𝑉𝑌, will be turned into a z sound. So 𝑉𝑌, we add the ending r to it to turn it into the genitive singular. 𝑉𝑌, instead of 𝑉𝑌𝐻, we'd have 𝑉𝑌𝐻. Just as for 𝑉𝑦𝐻, we have 𝑉𝑦𝐻. So in 𝑉𝑦𝐻 sium yah, in 𝑉𝑌𝐻 sint. The fourth sentence, skip hava, I have ship. Skip is in the accusative case, even though the nominative and the accusative singular for skip for the neuter nouns of the A stem declension is the same. So technically, skip hava can mean the ship I have, as in the skip, as in ship being a nominative. It doesn't really make sense in meaning. So skip, we know, is functioning as an accusative here. The fifth sentence, th 𝑇HΙΣ ⍴ ⍴ those animals have horns. th 𝑇HΙΣ in the nominative, ⍴ ⍴ ⍴ is in the accusative plural. Now again, even though ⍴ can also be the nominative plural because the forms are the same, we know that by context, this is functioning as an accusative. Now for the word 𝑇HΙΣ, as in the word 𝑉𝑌𝐻 in the third sentence, the word 𝑇HΙΣ in the fifth sentence goes through the same declension, as in when a vowel comes after the sound s, the s turns into z. So instead of having 𝑇HΙΣ, we have 𝑇HΙΣ. So the plural, nominative plural for 𝑇HΙΣ is 𝑇HΙΣ. Now this is the end of the lesson. I hope that I have explained this clearly enough. This is a complicated lesson for sure. I hope you enjoyed it. 𝑍𝑿𝑍𝑄𝐻𝐼𝑛 𝑉𝑖𝑠. 𝐻𝐿𝐄𝐶𝑉𝑰𝍃. Oh, there's a typo here. It should be 𝐻𝐿𝐄𝐶, but I wrote 𝐻𝐿𝐄𝐶, which is wrong. Anyway, I'll see you again very soon in the next lesson. 奥留的。